So my starting point as I think about the future for Thayer and my aspirations for Thayer is first to acknowledge and celebrate the incredible strengths of this community. This is a community where people come first, where relationships come first, and those are the predicate to the best kind of learning and the best kind of learning experiences that students can have in any school environment. But what I also appreciate about what I've seen at Thayer is a willingness to evolve and grow and be nimble and pivot as the world continues to sort of shift beneath our feet. And so that's something, whether it's, again, innovative and forward-thinking programs, whether it's independent science research, whether it's the Global Scholars Program, whether it's the diversity, equity, and inclusion-focused curricula that have been developed over the last year plus, this school is willing to grow and evolve and adapt to a changing world around it so that our students are given the skills and experiences and opportunities that will prepare them for not the world 10, 20 years ago, but the world that lies ahead. So when I think about the mission of the school and what we most want for our students, I think I would distill that into three things. We want our students to be known, connected, and prepared. And by being known, we want our students to be able to relate who they are, their authentic stories, and to feel like they are seen and heard and have a sense of belonging in this community, because we know that's not just a nice thing to have, but that's actually foundational in terms of how students build relationships with teachers, which then leads to a deeper learning and a better sense of growth and development for students. When I think about being connected, in essence, we all want to be connected in this world. We want to have experiences, we want to have people, ideas, opportunities that come to us. And Thayer is a place where we are connecting students to not just the people on our campus, but again, to ideas and opportunities that are broader than just what happens on our campus here. When I think about being prepared for the world in 2021 and beyond looks very different than it did just even a few years ago. And so making sure that we are imparting to students experiences and a suite of skills that they are able to practice and refine over time, whether it's effective communication, team-based problem solving, ethical decision making, relationship building across lines of difference. That ultimately, among many other things that we prepare our students to do, really is the mark of a school that is preparing students to achieve and experience things in a modern time and very different than it was in the past. There's a long list of reasons why I think Thayer differentiates itself from other schools and what makes this community special. I think the starting point is the focus on people and relationships and community. And there are times when schools don't always love to talk about community because there's a fear that it comes across as soft, that when we talk about things like academic rigor, that community is somehow the opposite of that. I have to say that kindness and connection and empathy and community, they are not the opposite of rigor. In fact, I think they are the foundation of the best kind of learning that can be happening in schools. I'm always very appreciative of the fact also that Thayer is a school that supports students becoming well-rounded human beings. I love that Thayer is finding many ways for students to experience joy, and that's making sure that they have opportunities to experience and participate in the arts as well as athletics, that they are able to choose from an array of classes that are not just core to their curricular experience, but also things that resonate and are important to them. That there's an advising program, an advising system that really meaningfully connects students to not just the individual teachers or coaches they work with, but another caring and trusted adult. We are excited about having a diverse range of students with different stories and backgrounds and experiences and aspirations and achievements that they want to be a part of. We wanted a very, very diverse range of students to come to our school, not just because it's a nice thing to have, but actually that fundamentally changes the learning environment. And so as we learn from one another and learn by modeling and experiencing with one another, that to me is sort of the starting point, is that we want to bring students from a range of backgrounds and experiences and identities, because that ennobles and amplifies the best work of the community. So I think an openness and curiosity in a genuine way are really important qualities of students. I think students who are willing to embrace the idea that how we treat one another is such an important reflection of who the community is and who we are as individuals. And so there's, without being too cliched about the idea of just literally being kind or being empathetic, those are core values of the school. Those are things that we don't just say, but we live and we hold each other accountable for, even though we're all far from perfect. And so when I think about what I'm hoping for our students, not necessarily that's fully formed by the time they arrive, but that they also develop when they come here, is a willingness to tap into and to summon the kind of courage it takes to try new things, to engage. But we ask of students at the right times be willing to be vulnerable so that they can grow. So that I would hope for that for any student who comes to Thayer.